It's Monday morning, people, and I look like a hot ass lumberjack.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, people? Let's do this. Good morning. Happy Monday. Who do we got in the streets? We got Sneeps. Tatum says the MVP case closed. Boston Base is here. We the people's here. Who else? Who else? Matt, the Top Shot Common Man. Stubbs in the house. Camp Quinlan. We got Garen in here. T-Man. Eagle Putt. Yeah, we'll talk a little football up top, actually. BD's in the house. Josh was here. Snoop Loop. Jump Shooty. Milo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and good afternoon. Embiid sad. Embiid showed the people they were wrong. Embiid happier now. Yeah, Embiid had a weekend. Who else we got here? Jay Blaze, GM. Lewis is here. Raji is here. F it Nico. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everyone's having. Borlandson just drafted his first So Rare team for Premier League. We'll talk about that as well. Sorry, we got tangled up here. Sean Grant in the house. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold. Just like, we got Regulator in here, Rad Dad. Just, to update the party people here. Listen, when we ended the show, I think on Friday, we were at like 7,600. We are at 7,791 subs. All right. We're going to hit 8K like next week. Okay. We're cooking. We are cooking over here. Stirred up. A lot of fun stuff happening. What we're gonna do today. Also, full disclosure, guys, I battling a cold this weekend, so I sound a little terrible. I actually feel a little bit better today. But if my nose just like stuff just starts coming out, be cool about it, okay? Be cool about it. But what we got going on this week, we've got the daily show, the morning show, the NBA bit, if you will, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Today we'll have a value hunting episode come out. We'll also have live before lock at 5:30 with our man Ghost and TST. Wednesday we'll have Shot Tank. We'll also have the 89 Cavs are back on Thursday, just that morning show, and then on Friday morning show. Oh, we'll also have Value Hunting on Thursday, and then morning show. Friday morning show, and what else is that sweet thing? Live before lock, baby. Yeah, regular. Great question, my man. He said, when you guys hit 8K, will you introduce parallels? I think that's a good idea. I think that is a good idea. We do have like a fun little mini announcement this week regarding playback, so you can pay attention to that. I think that'll be like today. I'm gonna be a little bit more active in the playback streets, but we're divvying up responsibility, so that's gonna be a good time. We get a lot of fun stuff happening. Let's do this morning. All right, let's do football. Then we'll talk So Rare football, and then we'll go straight NBA and dive into the NBA streets. So just to like catch up on yesterday's action, man, if fly Eagles fly, baby, fly Eagles fly. Also, shout out the Empire State Building in New York. They were just like, yeah, let's throw the green up. Let's throw the green up. We're all in this together. I don't know if the Giants fans were like, hey, we lost to the Eagles, so now technically we're rooting for the Eagles. I don't know. Weird game though, and it was funny, man. Like the last 3 minutes of the first half, like really dictated how we're talking about that game too, because if they were up, because it looked like they were going to be up 10-7 going into halftime, right? It looked like they were driving, they were going to go up 10-7. And my brain was like, man, they're only up 3. They're against Josh Johnson, who's been on 82 different football teams. And I was like, man, they can't feel good about what they're doing. They're having a tough time moving the ball. So, like, yeah, they were still in the lead, but I feel like the conversation would have been different. And then for them to score a touchdown, then the turnover and another touchdown, they go in 21-7, and that was a wrap. Um, Weird. It was a weird game for sure. I mean, if you're the Eagles, dude, you should feel good. I know there was a lot of like conversation being like, look at the Chiefs' path to the Super Bowl. They beat Burrow, they beat so and so, whatever. And then you're like, well, look at what the Eagles did. They only had to beat Josh Johnson and Daniel. It's like whatever, guys. You beat the teams in front of you. Like, what are you gonna do? But it was kind of a bum. That was like a bummer of a game. I mean, I guess if you're an Eagles fan, you don't want to sweat it out. But as someone that didn't have any squads left to root for. I was just rooting for a close game. So it was kind of boring. Also, my underdog team, we went over this last week, but I had a Niners stack with the Chiefs. And what was wild is if Purdy just got 0 points instead of -1 with the turnover, my team would have made it to the finals. I obviously would have lost in the finals, but it would have been like $500, which would have been nice. So that kind of sucked. We lost by like 0.1, even with a -1. But the Chiefs Bengals game, man, that was kind of crazy. Also, listen, I would like to make a rule. I'm curious how people feel about this. I don't think also Mike says I got to call at 9 p.m. UK time last night, asking if I could be a quarterback for the 49ers. They could have used you, man. They could have used you. That was sad. It was sad to watch. Mm. But the Chiefs Bengals game, I think we should make a rule. I don't want to see. I apologize. I'm going to be sniffing right into that mic today. So that's some ASMR. ASS. We'll throw a snot in there. Also, I spelled ass. How about that? I don't want to see the guy who made the mistake. That was I felt so bad for him. Like it was clear, like it is a bang bang play, right? That is a bang bang play. I just feel so bad for him. I don't want to see that. That bums me out. I like that's not why they lost the game. I mean, they did lose that game, but and it was kind of on that play. But I mean, there were so many other things, right? The Bengals had the ball 2 times in that last like the 2 times they had drives that they could go down and win that game, and they didn't. So like it's on them too. It's on the offense as well. But I really felt bad every time they were showing Osai. I was like, man, this sucks. But shut up, Mahomes, man. That's a gutty performance. Dude, I'm so tired of everybody saying everything is rigged. That's so boring. It's such a boring take. It's not rigged. Like yes, Mahomes is like the face of football, but it also would have been very sexy to have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in the Super Bowl too. No one would have been mad about that. So like the rig stuff, that conversation's boring. The Jaguars, maybe if they're playing the Jaguars and that happens, sure, we can have that conversation. But shout out Mahomes. That was gutsy, man. It was clear like he was really hurt too. It wasn't like how Tom Brady was always on the injury report, right? Like he couldn't throw the ball. Like it looked bad, but whew, it was a good one. That was a fun game. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. To talk about the officiating just for a little bit, or one other thing about it. I know Bill Simmons, I think, had this take, and I actually agree with this. It wasn't like it was bad officiating, but not rigged officiating. You know what I'm saying? It was playing QB. Wait, what did you say? The intentional grounding penalty was questionable against Cincy in the fourth, but all the calls late went to the Chiefs. Yeah, but I mean that was a call. Like that, it was a penalty. That was a foul. You could just say Cincy should have gotten a late hit call that they didn't get the drive before. So I'm here for that conversation. I thought it was bad officiating, not rigged officiating. But yeah, hey, Bengals and Eagles. I mean Chiefs and Eagles. It's gonna be fun. That's going to be fun. Rich Eisen also had a great thread on Jalen Hurts too, which was kind of nice. Just like talking about how, benched on national television as a college player, transfers, almost wins the Heisman, gets drafted, then gets benched after like being the starter, then takes a team. It was great. Biggest officiating story of the weekend was the Lakers game. Yeah, okay, so let's pivot to that. Let's pivot to basketball because I actually saw something. I don't know if I can find it. I mean, that call was egregious, right? That call again, or non-call, excuse me, was egregious. But I saw something in the last 2 minutes report. Let me see if I can find it. I meant to pull this up. Boston Celtics. Actually, let's do Celtics. Sorry, I'm just going to talk last 2 minutes. There we go. I thought I saw something 16 hours ago. NBA says last 2 minute report says exactly what you think it says about Lakers Celtics game. The NBA confirmed that LeBron James was fouled on his potential game winning layup. Wait, but I thought there was more to it. Is that the only one that they're sharing? I saw that. Well, here, I'll shut out the silver screen. We'll share our boys' We'll share our boys over here. Shout out Harrison Fagan. So the NBA referees tweeted out, like everyone else, referees make mistakes. We made one at the end of last night's game, and that is gut-wrenching for us to play well. Yeah, I got a question, though. If this wasn't LeBron, would they have tweeted something out? I'm surprised, though. I thought the last 2-minute report said the Lakers got three of the 4 calls. The NBA's verdict came in well before Sunday's report as the league contacted the Lakers on Sunday night to inform they screwed up. I thought the NBA admitted that LeBron should have had 2 free throws. Having the NBA decided Russell Westbrook having his, oh no, that's Joel Embiid. What are we doing? Oh, this is like too much. I want to see like the actual last 2-minute report here. Here we go. So what was the date? The date was do they not have the Celtics Lakers one? Oh, here it is. Horford brings his hands toward Schroeder and marginal contact occurs as Horford releases away to roll. Wait, what? Okay. This is let's go to the bottom here. Beverly commits to take foul on Tatum. All right, forget it. That's overtime. That's why. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is all in overtime. Beverly initiates contact with Brown's head during the layup attempt. Whatever. Okay, whatever. This is too boring. People were saying he traveled. I don't know if he traveled, dude. What are we gonna start calling travel in the NBA? Right? We're gonna start calling travel now. Like we're not gonna call it the entire time. It was just I don't think it was rigged though. Because again, if you go rigged, right? Rigged is in LeBron's favor, unless you're saying it was rigged because some like the refs had bet on it. Then I'll have that conversation. But yeah, I mean, it was just a terrible call. I mean, and I'm a Celtics fan. That was brutal. Like, I don't know how you don't, or a terrible non-call. I don't know how you don't call that. That was incredible. Mike says thoughts on AD's comments of refs being fined for blatant bad calls. Would it not have been shown on the big screen and venue for them to see? So, like, yeah, I see what AD's saying, but like, should AD get fined if he misses a rotation? Should AD get fined? Like, right. So you're saying the ref should be fined for doing a bad job. Should basketball players be fined for doing a bad job? That's the one thing like that doesn't make sense to me. Because like basketball players get fined when they like get teed up and do crazy shit. They get suspended, right? That's when they get fined. So like I get what AD's saying that the ref should be held to a higher standard, but like, I mean, the ref did a bad job and it cost them the game. Anthony Davis, if you missed a rotation, say that was Anthony Davis that should have missed it. He missed a rotation. Tatum gets the layup for the win, causes them the game. Does Anthony Davis get fined? The issue here is that the Lakers feel that this happened to them multiple times to them at the end of the games. I'm not sure what the solution is. But we're only talking about this because it's the Lakers. This has happened to the Kings since 2004, but it's happened to them like 3 or 4 times this year. Do you guys remember at the beginning of the season where Klay Thompson got the benefit of a call that or they didn't call a foul against Kevin Huerter? Like the only reason this is being discussed is because it's the Lakers. Like the Kings should have 4 more wins this season. So it is a bigger conversation, but it's never going to get changed. It's never going to get changed because it's what happens. Then they're like, oh, let's bring in more reviews. And then everybody complains that all we do is watch reviews, which is true. Like the review process is brutal. It's a little bit faster this year because they adjusted the settings, but like it's terrible. Has a ref ever been ejected for losing his cool? No, I don't think so. There might be makeup calls in a quarter, but they can't do them between games. Yeah. No, I agree that. I mean, I agree that it was a missed call, but like this is not the first missed call in the history of basketball. That's the other thing that's so funny. We should be making fun of LeBron a little bit more for that reaction. That was wild. I think that there's more pressure now because the standings are so tight. I mean, the standings are always tight though. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like we're only talking about it because it's the Lakers. Like if LeBron got the call, right? Say LeBron got the call, but it wasn't the foul. Say it was the other way around. Would we be talking about this? Bulls had 2 terrible ones that directly cost them 2 L's. Yeah. Guys, I'm like, listen, I hate to break it to you. This is not the first time that refs have been bad. The refs are always bad. This is not new. This is not new. Refs are going to call a million fouls on the rest versus the Lakers tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, this was like Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's like strategy. This was his entire strategy. You like bitch about the refs after game 1. and then they get tighter calls in game 2. So I don't know. I'm talking about it because the refs blew up my parlay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Anyways, let's go over basketball in general. What happened this weekend? We can dive into some of the games. There was some pretty good stuff. I feel like we need to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are hot, hot, hot. But let's see what was the first game on Friday. I got too many tabs open now. I feel out of control. All right, here we go. We're going back to Friday. Here we go. We had the Bucks beat the Pacers 141-131. Giannis scored 91 points this weekend. Let that sink in for a little bit. He went for 41, 12, and 6. Chris Middleton's only playing like 15 to 17 minutes of the game, but we should get excited for Sorare because Middleton's going to be a great play soon because this is going to keep his L10 way the F down, which is pretty exciting. Holiday had 29, Miles Turner 24-5, Buddy Hield 22-9, Duarte 17-6, Matt Trent 21-8. Something that I thought was pretty intriguing from the Pacers rotation is Nembhard was back and he played, but he came off the bench. They stuck with TJ in the starting lineup, and then TJ kind of dropped a dud this weekend. But anyways, good win for the Bucks. They beat the Pacers. They had a monster lead, and the Pacers chipped away, got a little bit feisty at the end. But anyways, whatever. Bucks got the W. Here's some fun one. Wolves beat the Grizz 111-100. Ja with the triple dub. Ja had 2 triple doubles this weekend, 27, 11, and 10. But people forget it was a revenge game for Kyle Anderson. Slow-mo playing the Grizz went for 23 and 6, and then Ant-Man 25, 7, and 7. I'm going to pull up a tweet that I had this weekend because I thought this was funny. So just thinking about Ja Morant, and since that, not directly since that conversation, but right, he has that interview. He's like, I'm not worried about anybody in the West. I'm not worried about in the West. He goes, I'm fine in the West. And then here we go. Grizzlies lose to the Lakers, the Suns, the Kings, the Warriors, and Timberwolves all in a row. Go 0 for 5 against the West. They still haven't beaten a West team, even though they beat an East team. Kyle Anderson definitely had tickets to the game. Chop said TJ got him his 48 so rare points. There you go. I'm glad you got it. And has been balling, though. Anthony Edwards has been on fire, man. I feel like every single time we talk about them, he's gone for like 25, 7, and 7 at least, and that's what he did that game. So good win for the Wolves, man. That's a lot of times I feel like the Wolves win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Doesn't matter who they're playing. And they strung together a couple W's this weekend. Heat beat the Magic 110-105. Jimmy Bucks had 29, 6, and 6. Bam, 27 and 6. Coke Anthony had 19 and 7. Franz of the Wagners had 19 and 6. And then Paolo had 19 and 5. Weird weekend for Miami. We'll get to their second game in a little bit, but whatever. Good win against Orlando on Friday. Here was a fun one, though. The Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder beat the Cavs 112-100. That was a good one. Mobes had 23 and 11. Garland had 31 and 13. Just a reminder, there without Donovan Mitchell for a few games. I know I brought this up last week. The Cavs, like, sneaky have been without like their starters for just, it feels like every week someone else misses a couple of games. So pretty impressive that they've held on to this like 4 or 5 seed in the East while not having everybody, which is pretty solid. And then, of course, dude, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 35 and 8. He just a consistent 30 bombs every single game. Oklahoma City still flirting with that playing game. And then Warriors Raptors. This game, dude, Raptors suck, man. But one nice thing about the Raptors, we'll talk about Toronto for a second. Give them some love, even though they suck balls right now. Precious Achiuwa is out here. Okay, he's getting Nick Nurse, I think, is trusting him a little bit more. He's getting a little bit more action. Precious. My Precious. Precious dropped 17 and 11. Scotty Barnes, 24, 6, and 5. Frederick had 28 and 10. Shaq had 21 and 7. And then on the Warriors side of things, the chef was balling. Steph Curry had 35 and 11 with 7 assists too. And then Clay had 29 and 8. Warriors got the dub. Good for them. All right, let's move on to Saturday. All right, what are we saying? Are the Cavs trading Karras? I think so. They should. That's the position. That's like their trade chip. They need to upgrade that position. Thunder are awesome and only getting better. I'm with you, people. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Thunder are fun, man. If they had Chet Holmgren, they'd be like a 6 seed this year. There's my hot take. All right, let's go to Saturday. Saturday was sex. That was like such a fun day of games. especially because there was no football and I like needed something. And like it was just perfect rollout of basketball for a sick boy like me that was just sitting on the couch all day. Also, we're gonna start after we get to this segment, we're gonna start doing an underdog pick'em of the day. Your boy was rolling in underdog bets this weekend. We crushed on basketball, doing a lot of three ways. Nice 3-team parlays. It's been fun. We were crushing, so I'm excited to do that. And if you haven't signed up for underdog, we'll talk about that in a minute, but use promo code HOLD. All right. Sixers and Nuggets. This was the best game of the weekend. Give me, like, listen, I'm a Celtics fan, of course. Give me a Sixers Nuggets 7-game series, right? Put them in the finals. I would love that. These two teams are fun. The Sixers played zero defense in the first half. I think they gave up almost 70 points in the first half and then, like, played some lock. Ooh, my camera. What's going on there? Ooh. What's going on in my phone? Oh, there we go. I'm either having a stroke or my camera got fuzzy. But then like played some lockdown defense in the second half. I put a short out over the weekend, which if you guys haven't seen it, or on Friday about Joel Embiid not starting in the All-Star game and how stupid that is. And I said Joel Embiid is just going to go ham this weekend, and he did, man. Embiid was bonkers, best player on the court, 47, 18, and 5. He was awesome. Harden had 17 and 13, did some weird shit coming off the bench. I don't know if you guys saw that. The Sixers only had 4 guys on the court, and they didn't realize it for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden, Harden just kind of runs out of the bench area and then gets hit in the face. That was fun. And then on the Nuggets side of things, Jokic still had a great game, 24, 9, and 8. It was fun. They were like trading baskets in the second quarter. They were going back and forth. It was a lot of fun. But Jokic had like 7 turnovers, which hurt him a little bit. Michael Porter Jr. was good. He had 20 and 6, and Jamal Murray had 22 and 6. That was a great win for the Sixers. We'll look at the standings in a little bit, but hottest team in basketball right now. They've just been cooking. Second game on Saturday, the Battle of New York, the Subway Series. Forget about it. Nets won 122-115. That's a dumb loss for the Knicks. Like, the Nets don't have KD. You can't be losing those games. Kyrie had 32 and 8. Claxton another double-double, 13 and 12. Brunson 24 and 6. Brunson 26 and 4. Randall 24 and 6. I don't know, man. I don't know how the Bing Bong Boys lose that game. It was just ugly. I guess the Nets are like playing sneaky defense, which is weird because you got Joe Harris and I got to take these out. These hurt my ears. You got Joe Harris and Seth Curry out there. Like, how are you doing? Yeah, the Kyrie over for money. Embiid getting fined $25K for his degeneration. Actually, yeah, that was pretty good. That was against Simmons, right? Yeah, pretty good. Wow. Woo. Your boy is congested. How's that? Let's do a mental health break so I can maybe like blow my eardrums out here for a second. Let's do one. Let's do some HJs.
I'm sorry this didn't come with a hand job. I just don't think it's included in the airdrops. That's stylistically, that's tough to include that in an airdrop.
All right, let's go. Rockets and Pistons. This truly, if you watch this game, I don't know what to tell you. Even if you're a fan of those two teams, you should have been watching something else. The Rockets didn't play anybody. I believe they were without Jalen Green. They were also without Kevin Porter Jr. They were without Şengün, but they got the win, 117-114. Eric Gordon dropped 24 and 7. Tari Eason, who we talked quite a bit about on Live Before Lock, actually the last 2 shows, he dropped 16 and 10. Ivy had 16, 7 and 5. Boyan of the Bogdanoviches had 18, and then Alec Burks with 21. Whatever. We're not going to talk about that game. That was just for the Battle of Wemby, and Rockets won, but really the Pistons won. Bulls Magic. Bulls won 128-109. So that's 2 L's in a row for the Orlando Magic. DeMar DeRozan at 32 and 8. Vucci Mane 26 and 13. Revenge game for Vooch. Levine at 32. This game was out of hand pretty early, and the reason you know that is because Mo Wagner dropped 27, and then Coke Anthony again with 21 and 6. Cole had like a pretty sick windmill dunk over the weekend. That was pretty nice. We made a short about that, but for whatever reason, the short algorithm is truly one of the funniest things. You just like never know. You never know. Sean says the Knicks losing head scratchers like that is the only thing holding them back. They are great to bet on, though. They win games they're supposed to lose and blow easy ones. They're bad at home. Yeah. Well, that game was at Barclays. But that was probably more of an MSG home game, if anything, right? Clippers-Hawks. Clippers beat the Hawks 120-113. Clippers had a back-to-back. So they tried against the Hawks, and they sat everybody at home. I mean, in the back-to-back. Kawhi had 32 and 8. Paul George had 23 and 7. We smashed that under because it was 24. And then Trae Young with a big double-double. He had 31 and 10. Hawks lose, whatever. Wolves beat the Kangs like the beam. Wolves won 117-110. This was a fun fantasy game because Sabone Bone had 23 and 10. De'Aaron Fox had 29 and 6. Ant-Man had 34, 10 and 6. D'Lo, 25 and 6. Regular shit, will the Clippers trade for FEV? Yeah, I don't know what that trade would be, though. Bring Norman Powell back home? I think they need Norman Powell. I guess it'd be more of a salary dumper, right? Maybe because, like, I don't even know what picks they have, right? Like the SGA deal, they got all of their picks. I think Fred VanVleet would be a good fit over there. But what's it going to be? John Wall? Like, I don't even know what the deal is over there. Maybe they've got more picks than I'm thinking about because the SGA deal was like 4 years ago now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Fred VanVleet. I mean, that would be a great fit. They are missing a point guard. But anyways, good win for the Wolves. They win both their games this weekend against the Grizz and the Kings, where if you looked at that and you were like, listen, if I'm a Wolves fan, I want to go 1-1 here and I'll be happy. And for them to get 2 dubs, you got to feel good about that. Dubs for the Wolves, baby. Wiz beat the Pels. The Pels are freaking falling. And I'm free falling. Shout out the John Mayer version. Didn't see that coming, did you? Gafford. 21 and 12. Bradley Beal, again, another shit game, man. He had 16. Brandon Ingram got the buckets going. He had 22 and 6 in his second game back. And then CJ McCollum had 24 and 5. Pels have been losing a bunch in a row, which we'll look at. Suns and Spurs. This one went to overtime, which was pretty nuts. Suns won 128-118. CP Tree had 31, 11, and 7. Mikal Bridges, 25 and 4. Jeremy Beware. Wait, what was that movie? Something the Zohan with Adam Sandler? Is it Beware the Zohan? What was that movie? Whatever. Sohan. Anyways, he had 38 and 5. Keldon, big body, had 34 and 5. Good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good win for the Suns, but they won. I completely forgot that SGA was a Clipper. Yeah, that's honestly ransom. That we talk about the Rudy Gobert being the worst trade of all time, which is up there. But just think, don't mess with the Zohan. There we go. Don't mess with the Zohan. But this one's pretty bad, man. And like, I guess the argument is going to be like, well, the Clippers had to do it, right? Because Kawhi was like, I'm only going there if you secure Paul George, right? But to think that they gave up SGA and all of those picks, man, so many picks. It's a tough one. Anyways, Utah beat the Mavs 108-100. Spencer Dinwiddie, thank you for the tier 2 rare in show rare, which we'll look at a little bit. Good win for Utah, though. Dinwiddie had 35 and 8. Reggie Bullock had 19 off the bench. Luka missed this game. They say he's day-to-day. I imagine he misses one more game. That's just me guessing. All right, we're going to do a cough drop live or a throat drop live on air. Here we go. I usually don't do that. Lauri Markkanen had 28 and 5. And then the Bees had 19 off the bench. Malik Beasley was hot, too. I watched a lot of that game. Oh, dude, shout out WW Fresh. Is that Sting? He just came in to say Top Shot is dead. WW Fresh, thanks for coming here, man. We agree. I barely talk about Top Shot. That's not true. I still talk about Top Shot. Top Shot is still alive. It's back from the dead, but it's for the true collectors because we're just collecting and connecting, selecting, deflecting, rejecting, projecting. That's what you're doing right now. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Celtics beat the Lakers. We already talked about that game, but I'll just go over the stats. Celtics had won 125-121. Jaylen Brown was an overtime menace. He went for 37 and 9. Tatum 30 and 11. Brogdanovic, that's fun. Malcolm Brogdanovic, he had 26 and 6. AD 16 and 10 off the bench, but the minutes are going up. And LeBron, man, playing his ass off. 41, 9 and 8, just balling. LeBron's been just incredible. He's it looks like he's projected to break Kareem's record against OKC, the Thunder. But anyways, we're not going to talk about that game anymore. Last game on Saturday. Siakam and the Raptors won 123-105 against the Blazers. They were up like 40. And then the Blazers came back, made it a little frisky. But the aforementioned Precious Achua went for 27 and 13 in that second game. Scotty Barnes had 18, 10, and 7. And then Siaks had 24 and 4. Dame dropped a 30-piece. Grant, 26 and 8. Another L for the Blazers. They are effed. You think WW Fresh is coming back? Or do you think WW Fresh, did you have like Top Shot searched in the, like were you searching the algo? And then you were like, let me find someone streaming about Top Shot right now so I can just run in there and be like, dead, D-E-D, dead. Either way, respect the hell out of it. No hate. No hate in my heart. All right, Sunday, last day of basketball. Only a handful of games to get to. How did Heat culture lose this game to the Hornets? The Hornets won 122-117. What is going on, Miami? Where's Stan? Stan, did you take today off because you guys lost yesterday? Or are you rolling one? Hornets won 122-117. Jimmy buckets with 28 and 7. Oh, let's do a hero drop. We haven't done a hero drop. He had a pretty good game. I was just right there. Hero had, what was it, 24 and 5. Scary Terry at 31 and 7. LaMelo, 19, 7 and 7. Are we going to get 2 drops in the same game? You bet your ass.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Hell yeah, I knew Stan was here. Rolling one, waiting for a trade. Shout out Stan. PJ had 27, 6, and 5, and then Gordon Hayward with a 20 ball. So there you go. Let's keep moving. Grizz finally got a win. They won 112-1 honey. John Moran had 2 triple-doubles this weekend. Back-to-back trip dubs. He dropped 27, 15, and 10. Triple J with 22 and 8 with 5 blocks. Let's talk about this for a second. If you were off NBA Twitter this weekend, Saturday morning it broke that some sicko in NBA Reddit was like, the Memphis scorekeeper is giving Triple J blocks when he shouldn't get blocks, and it was by like 100%. I got a YouTube short coming out about it probably later today. Really funny though, really funny. And then Kevin O'Connor spent like the rest of his morning looking at a bunch of blocks from Triple J, and it sounds like that Kevin O Mythbuster. That it seems like that was just a wild NBA Reddit thing. And like, you know, it came from NBA Reddit, so I assumed it was going to get debunked. But I am here for conspiracy, okay? Shout out actually Jeb Bush, little tinfoil hat. I'm here for that. I'm glad I spent a couple hours researching it. Sean Grant said it looked like the Hornets were in full self-destruct mode in the second half, but they were able to survive. Yeah, LaMelo hit like a big step back 3 there at the end. Jordan in the chat. What's up, Jordan? All right, let's keep going. Cavs clips. At one point, the Cavs were up 84-48. Clippers sat everybody. Boston Jr., Brandon. Boston Jr. That's how bad this game was. He had 24 off the bench. Chetty Oshman had 29 off the bench. And then the last game of the weekend, the Bucks beat the Pels 135-110. Giannis, as I mentioned, dropped a 50 freaking piece. 50 piece. Let's take a look at the standings. So we can get excited about what's happening. All right. Celtics cheated and got the W there. They remain 2.5 games ahead of both the Sixers and the Bucks. Sixers 9-1 in their last 10, winners of 7 in a row, 32-16. Slight edge over the Bucks, both 2.5 games back from the Celtics. The Nets, little separation between the Bucks, Sixers, and Nets now. Nets are 30-19, 5 games back. Sounds like KD is going to be back before the All-Star break, which is pretty exciting if you're a Nets fan. Cavs right there, half game behind the Nets. And then the Heat, after dropping a game, still 5 games over 500. They have a 1-game lead in the 6th seed over the Bing Bong Boys of New York. Hawks just a game and a half behind the Knicks. And then Wizards and Bulls tied for that 9-10 seed with the Pacers a half game back. The Raptors a full game back. And then the Magic falling behind 4.5 games back. And then over here in the Western Conf, Nuggets still 7-3 in their last 10, but losers of 2 in a row. One was a schedule loss against the Bucks where they just rested everybody and then lost to the Sixers. But 2-game lead over the Grizz, who have a 4-game lead over the Kangs, and then shit gets weird. So Clippers, game and a half behind the Kings in the 4 seed. But the Timberwolves, after winning now 3 in a row, 7 of their last 10, without Karl Anthony Towns, only a half game back behind the Clippers. Also, really, Kyle Anderson has been balling the last few games. I know that was a running joke with Borland in the Discord, but it's like true. He really has been crushing it. All right, Warriors now have moved out of the play-in game based on percentage, like games played, but they are now in the 6th seed with 8.5 games out. But the Mavericks, Suns, and Pellies are all 8.5. So 6 through 9, nice, are all very close. Jazz a half game behind them. Thunder a half game behind them. Blazers a game behind them. And then the Lakers, bro. Lakers 4-6 in their last 10. They are now 2 games behind the Jazz, and then Spurs and Rockets. Let's look at the Lakers' upcoming schedule, just because I know they have 3 games. We're going to go to So Rare here in a second. They got 3 games this game week. But let's see. I know one against the Pacers. So they got the Nets. Ooh, the Nets tonight on NBA TV. So they make a little New York trip. Brooklyn, New York, and then the Pacers. So he's scheduled to break the record Tuesday against OKC based on his average. But got to start stringing together some W's here. Got to start stringing together some W's. WW Fresh, what are you talking? So let's get into this WW Fresh. Hold on. Let's take this off. Yeah, let's get into this. Actually, let's go to work. It's time to go to work, boys. WW Fresh, let me ask you something. When is the last time you were here? Was it 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? Let's keep going. How much did that company pay you to hype it up and get people invested? Oh, WW Fresh. I challenge you to show the receipts, WW Fresh. I like this because WW Fresh truly is the only person in the entire Web3 sports platform that thinks I'm paid by Top Shot. I'm honestly happy to get somebody from the other side because most people think that I'm paid by everyone else but Top Shot. But WW Fresh, who's been alone watching reruns of Raw when WWF was a thing, right? Just came back 2 years later and was like, you know what, dude, we need to hold this guy accountable because when this guy had less than 2,000 YouTube subs, he tricked me into spending my entire life savings, which was $18.47 on a Robin Lopez 15,000 Series 2 moment. WW Fresh, listen, man, I hope everything's okay, but I promise you, I lost more money than you did. Oh man, this was good. We haven't had WW Fresh yet. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Did you change your name? Is this Rocket? Rocket, is this you? Is this Breakfast Cereals? Did he just change his name so he could get back into the chat? Or is it that dude TS Nick? You can joke about it all you want, but you lied to all of us. Told us Top Shot was a good investment. I tell you what I told you, WW Fresh. This is what I told you.
None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right?
Tough L for you, WW Fresh. Tough L. Also, dude, how old is Sting in this picture? That is Sting, right? So you didn't even pick young Sting? You picked old Sting? Shouldn't that be WW Iresh then? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be more accurate? Or is that WCW? What the fuck are we looking at here? Lay into WW Fresh all you want. Don't you diss the WWE Royal Rumble. Yeah, listen. You guys, let me remind you who the captain is here. All right? You're not going to tell me what to do. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. I got to tell you, I look better in every other clip. Like any other clip that we share that's not live, I look way better. God, aging is real, guys. I need some like WW Fresh. Do you have like an elixir of youth or something? Is there anything you got that can like just do something about this really? I don't know. I mean, the hairline's holding up. Well, if he is lying to us and knew this was going to happen, he probably shouldn't have taken his advice. That's good. So I'm not going to see you at WrestleMania this year. Is it in New York? Is it at MSG? Making fun of WWE's how you get body slammed. There you go. I'm not out on WWE, guys. But if you think I can't make fun of it, that's out of control. I'm asking you real quick. What fucking question did you ask me, dude? What question did you ask me? People lost real money on Top Shot. Not a joke. Do you do this? Whatever. Why am I talking to you? Why am I talking to you? Here, I got a question for you, WW Fresh. How hard are you right now, though? Like 6 to 10? Like, where are you? Where are you on the hard range? Like, what time is it on in your wiener right now? Like an 11? Or are we full flat? Because I gotta imagine you're just like, talk to me about it. You know? We need to hear Mike's nighttime skin routine. The only thing I'll give it to you, man. I'll give you the night. I don't really have a nighttime routine. It's more of a morning routine. I just wash my face before I go to bed. That's what I do. More jokes. Forget the fact that you tried to convince us all to invest serious money in Top Shot. Yeah. What else? I use man. You know what? I'll report back tomorrow. I forget what it is. Milo says WWF told us the Ultimate Warrior is going to die from a snake bite, and they all lied to us. Would you rather talk WW Fresh or buy an association NFT? WW Fresh for sure. All right, what else we got here? All you have is jokes, Mike. I know. All right, let's go. What else did we cover? We covered all the games. We already looked at the standings, right? Let's look at. I'm going to look at my So Rare lineups right now. Hey, WW Fresh, that's another thing you should invest your life savings in. All right. Let's see. It's not live anymore. Also, we should shout out So Rare announced today. They got the Premier League coming, baby. The Premier League is coming. That's pretty exciting. And it's starting this week, too. I think we're going to get our man Andrew Laird on to talk a little So Rare energy and mess around with it, have some fun. That's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Now we feel better. You need to hit the plates. Yeah, you hit the plates, dude. I know, man. Well, if you came, do you normally show up for big thick men? You came to the wrong channel. This is the Twink channel, baby. We've been twinking it up since 2021. Yeah, this is my parallel. I know. All right, let's go. I'm going to show you what my last lineup was. All right, so this is my rare. My rare contender is the only one that smoked it up. We came in 61st in the rare contenders. Spencer Dinwiddie dropped to 67. We got 48 from Capella. Sims gave me 26. Nasir Little with 20. And Clack with 38. So that was nice. That was nice. I do consider myself an artist. Thank you. This is pretty good, though. We feel good about this. My limited champion just missed. My limited contender was Garbaggio. A lot of people went off this weekend, so it made it tough. My underdog, we tried to squeak something, and we got 32 out of Tillman, but that ain't gonna cut it, bro. And then I get some. I think I got a tier 1 out of one of these, but whatever. Today, though, what do we got upcoming in this one? We've got same thing with a common Eastern, limited Eastern. They get the rare underdog, super rare, no cap. So that should be fun. That should be a good time. Yeah, Winwitty. Winwitty was fun. Happy. So I'm getting a tier 2 rare. I'm excited to do that. We'll rip that. I was going to say we'll rip it at live before lock, but I probably need to rip it before because I need to make some decisions. Doctor Who says Jared Allen, 5 turnovers dropped me from a limited tier to 4 to 5. I know the turnovers thing suck. All right, so we're going to go over to underdog right now. We're going to start doing an underdog pick of the day, and then we're going to tweet some stuff out too. So we're going to go over here. If you haven't signed up for underdog, I'll drop a link into the chat right now. If this is your first time signing up, oh my God. All right, you know what? I'll actually fucking do this. I would like you to explain why you're so hyped about Top Shot so much that you try to get everyone involved, but then it's soon after crash. Well, WW Fresh, thank you for bringing that up. In 2014, I came up with this brilliant idea. I was like, I need to wait for cryptocurrency and the blockchain to evolve into a way that it gets mainstream, but not super mainstream. You know what I mean? Mainstream enough that a league like, I don't know, the NFL or the NBA somehow got a license or sold their license to a company similar to like Dapper Labs, maybe. And then what I was going to do was not get in super early. I wanted to wait until, the early part already happened. And then as it boomed at the top, that is when I was going to get involved and I was going to make a lot of content around it. And I was going to, what I wanted to do as a struggling comedian living in New York City in the middle of the pandemic was to pool all of my resources and put them into the blockchain, into NBA Top Shot, into Web3. That was my master plan. I wanted to wait until we get to the tippity top. And then what I wanted to do was I wanted to single-handedly crash the entire market. So what I did was I changed my name from Mike Zakarian to SBF. And I slid into all of the different FTX worlds. I'm responsible for naming Crypto.com, the Crypto.com arena, for the FTX arena. I actually did all of that stuff. So basically, I made all of my money by simultaneously losing my money. It was pretty sharp. It was pretty sharp. It's pretty sharp. People are saying, wait, you're a comedian. Wait, you're a comedian. Yeah, dude, Mike Satoshi's a carrion. That's me. Ooh, that's what I should have been doing. I am George Santos. George Satoshi Zakarian Santos. Mike is actually that goofy looking chick with glasses. Yeah. Oh man, good times. All right, I'll wait. I know it takes a while for WWE Fresh to get stuff into the chat, so I'll wait. And while I wait, yeah, are your best balls dead? My NBA is cooking. My NFL died this weekend though. All right, so we're gonna be doing a pick'em every day. Now this is actually a sponsorship. I'm just saying, man, not everyone has 5 figures to lose and forget like you do. Wait, what? We know you are wealthy. Oh my God. You guys have seen my apartment. We've walked around. We've done man on the street. WW, hey, what's your Top Shot name? WW Fresh, what's your Top Shot name? Put your Top Shot name into the chat. I tell you what, you put your Top Shot name into the chat. I'll look at your account and then I'll apologize. You put it into the chat. Put it into the chat. We'll look at it together. It'll be the first time I've logged into OTM in a while. Go ahead. Put it into the chat, WW Fresh. We'll look at it. Where's Jacob? We need to blame Jacob. Has anybody heard from Jacob in a while? All right. I'm going to put the Underdog link into the chat. If you have not signed up for Underdog, and you do, if this is a thing you'd like to do, if you get a deposit bonus up to 100, a deposit match. So if you deposit 100, you get a free $100. So I'm going to be doing a pick 'em every day. This is a partnership. So you psychos, if anybody needs me to say hashtag ad after everything. So we're going to look at, let's find a game. Let's find the Lakers are playing tonight, or let's Spurs Wizards. Spurs Wizards might be a fun one. I kind of like, let's see. I like going under on some free throws. We have any free throws listed? Ooh, Sabonis against Minnesota. This is going to be a fun one. I actually think what I'm going to do, instead of, I'm tempted to go in Sabonis. I'm going to go higher on Fox points. 24.5. I think Fox has a good matchup no matter who's guarding him tonight. And then let's find somebody on Minnesota. I think we can get higher than 5 assists from Ant-Man. I think we can do it. We the people said I need some assistance navigating underdogs. Where do you find them? So it's under drafts, pick 'em live. So like it's under pick 'em. It's under pick 'em. Oh, Iraq, dude, Iraq. This is great. I love this so much. Because we haven't had a sex bot in a while, and I've never been more convinced that this person is a man. So I'm happy to have you there. I'm happy to have you here, Iraq. And also, we haven't heard from WW Fresh in a while. I wonder how hard it is for you to, oh my God, look, he got all of his friends too. Hey, Jason, first of all, I'm happy you guys are all subscribing. Because you do need to subscribe in order to be a part of the chat. So, God, it's nice to have these subs back. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I hope this is Top Shot, Nick. Wait, did it not? I think I turned you have to subscribe, right? In order to do it. Let me just see. Oh yeah, subscribers only, baby. Oh, we got a doggo sighting. Doggo made it. Yeah, dude, we picked up like 3-4 new subs. Hell yeah, dude. What's up? I'm creating the account. What is your username so I can use it as a referral? Oh yeah, sorry, Bossy. I'll put it in the chat. Dude, the dog is going nuts. I'll put it in the chat right now. If you create an account, it's hold. Just put HOLD. HOLD is right there. Hey guys, for everybody coming in here with only whitey tighties on, telling me about how much they lost, do me a favor, put your Top Shot username into the chat. I tell you what, put your Top Shot username into the chat, and we'll do this together. I mean, I know it's only one person, but would love to do that. What are the chances Embiid has to win MVP? Says Nicola MVP Joker. That's a really good question. I think I'll be honest. I think they've got a really good. I think he has a really good shot now, especially after this weekend. The narrative's going to shift a little bit. I mean, Jason Tatum's still going to be something to mess with, because they are the number 1 seed. But listen, the Sixers are really hot. Embiid's putting up monster numbers. What's going on with my lighting today? They're putting up monster numbers right now, and if this continues, he's gonna have a huge game. All right, we the people saying. Get pressed. You big juice guy, Jason. All right. I'll add Tobias to this one too. He wants to. Oh, Tobias isn't listed yet. But all right, we're gonna put 10 on this. 10 to win 30. So this is gonna be our pick 'em. I'll actually, if you guys want to follow this one, I'll copy the link here. If you guys want to follow it, you can. Look at WW Fresh and Jason are the same guy. Just going back and forth. And I agree with Boston Bates. Comedians can't get swole. The worst thing that can happen is hot comedians, right? We don't want hot comedians. We want ugly comedians. You can't be funny and be hot. You got to pick one. And that's why I'm mid at both. And we work the word mid in. That brings us to our next sponsor, the word mid. I don't care. We got a bunch of new subs from it today. Honestly, you guys want to troll me every day? We'll take the subs, baby. 7,795. We're going to hit 7,800 today. Where you comedy, buddy? Never seen you anymore. You ain't no Chris Rock. Jason, I would get canceled if I said I was Chris Rock. I'm a white man, Jason. You ain't no Chris Rock. LOL, hideous glasses. WW Fresh. Show me your Top Shot name. WW Fresh. I need your Top Shot name. This is pack reviewing for sure, right? This is pack rip. Pack rip's mad about the so rare content. Let's see. Somebody said Carrot Top is swole. Yeah, Top Shot Common Man. Carrot Top is not a comedian. So there you go. Point made. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like WW Fresh, Jason Bailey, these are all the guys that get murked in the Last of Us show, right? Are you guys the zombie? Are you guys like attached too? Are you guys like the ones that roll around? They're attached to the roots. This is WW Fresh and Jason Bailey right now. Easy Aces. There we go. All right, let's look up Easy Aces. Do I have to be premium to look at this shit? Let's go look at Top Shot Marketplace. Let's see. Account valuation. All right, I got to log in first. Hold on. Let's log in with Googs before I share screen. We're going to look up Easy Aces. All right, here we go. Wow, my account sucks. Dude, what are you... What are you doing, Easy Aces? Your account's worth 300K. You've realized 842,000 gain. What are you talking about, you psychopath? Why are you coming in here upset when you made 850 grand, you nutbag? What are you talking about? Unreal. I bet what you did. Yeah. So listen, this is how I know. One, this is not you. And two, you've never been in there, right? Like this, you don't have a Top Shot account. This is what you do though. You get up in the morning and you go onto YouTube with your little crusty tidy whities. You're like, let's see. Well, let's search basketball Top Shot. Let's search basketball Top Shot. And you're like, okay, look, let's get this, nerd. Unbelievable. That's hilarious. to up 842, and he's like, "You're a scam artist." Well, then if I'm the scam artist, who are you then? You are the Bernie Madoff. You're the one that made the money. Is that what we're saying? That I recovered it, but lost that 20. Oh my God, you are such a dickhead. Look at that. That's me. I recovered it, but I lost that 24K because of you. Dude, if you were playing in those streets, it was not because of me. We've been out here grinding $4. This is crazy. Oh my God. This is so good. Let's look at some recent buys of this account that's not yours, just for fun. Just for fun. Let's look at some moments. This magic moment. All right, what did you pay? Paid $3,500 for on January 4th, 2021. Low ask is 20K. So you were in before everybody else. Your account is worth 100K, if I believe. What are you? My account's worth like $1,500 right now. What are you talking about? God, it's crazy. My blood pressure is too high on a Monday morning, dude. And I started this show. I started this show telling you guys I wasn't feeling that well today. I wore flannel, and that's the energy you guys bring into here. God, you know what? The good thing for me, man, I'm just happy that I made all of this money as a scam artist, because I don't think I haven't made a ton of money as a real artist. I haven't made a ton of money as a comedian, which is an artist. I haven't made a ton of money as an educator. But I have made a ton of money as a scam artist. And art is art, dude. Art is art. Look it up. Google it. Art is art. Which is nice. Which is nice. No regrets, baby. No regrets. Oh, good times. All right, we need another one of these. Hey, just a reminder, live before lock tonight at 5:30. Also, I got sidetracked by the underdog thing. I'm going to share that link one more time. And if you sign up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you use the promo code HOLD, you get a deposit bonus up to $100. I know underdog isn't done in every state, so is NBA NFT art? Yeah, it is, man. Art is art. Art is art. Jason Bailey. You purchased a $2 million home. Jesus Christ. Jason, you're not even good at trolling. It was better when you guys were like, "Oh, dude, what do you weigh, 110 pounds?" Like, that was at least an attempt at accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love the idea that I own a $2 million home. $2 million home in New York City. A $2 million home in New York City is a car. That's just paying for parking. Yeah, sorry, Bosie. I know underdog's only available in the US, I believe, right now, and even in some states it's not. You can't do it. But anyways, value hunting is going to be back today, probably around, I don't know, 11 or 12, and then live before lock will be at 5:30 Eastern. We're going to be joined by TST and our man Ghost. And then, the basketball show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I get a special one-on-one with WWE Fresh, WW Freshy Fresh, www.freshnuts.com. We're going to be checking in with him as well. Also, WW Fresh. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I would say you were a C+ today. All right, you got a lot to live up to. Damon Fat, legendary performances on this chat. I'm trying to think of some other trolls. Rainer Roskowitz, who I went to high school with, but then they created a troll name. He was another great one, right? I want you to step up your troll game, because here's the thing. If you're going to bring that garbage, if you're not going to try, if you're not going to get creative, you and Jason Bailey and all of your other accounts, if you guys don't try, I'm not going to let you hear, because this isn't just any YouTube channel, okay? Everyone in the chat brings a level of professionalism, a level of creativity, and a level of humor. Even PPE, PPE as well. And if you're not going to be able to bring that energy, if you're not going to live up to the standard that not just myself, but the entire community has set, then you can go hang out at Boards to Buckets, okay? That's another place. They're welcoming. They allow everybody in there. I can recommend who else does stuff. Shot Tonkin. That's another good one. Anybody can go say anything they want. Go check out Tandy. But here at Team Hold, you need to try a little bit harder, okay? It's not quantity, it's quality. And so far, it's been pretty bad. Yellow teeth, go get those clean. That's the best that we have? After all of that, I just gave an Any Given Sunday type speech, okay? Pacino would be proud of the work that I put in. And that was the best that you could do. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. See, this is at least, I like that you censored yourself, Jason. I like, well, and I'm saying Jason, even though we know you're WW Fresh. I like it. I'm glad you censored yourself. Listen, guys, unfortunately, this will probably be the last time we see this WW Fresh. You got beat up a lot, didn't you? That's why you scam people now. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. Someday I hope you come up with something funny, right? Someday. But I'm the comedian. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. All right, y'all. That's a full hour. Full hour, 40 minutes talking to virgins. And 20 minutes hanging out with my friends. So for those 20 minutes, I appreciate everyone being here. And for those 40 minutes, I hope this was like a sex ed class for WW Fresh. And someday, maybe you too can get your D wet.